It's Saturday, January 21st, 2023. I'm TC Kirkham, and this is the Kirkham Report. Hey VC, TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report here for another week of goofy antics and unboxings and all of that stuff. And I'm not sure how much I got this week. Probably not a lot because I haven't received a lot, but I got a lot on order and a few other things to talk about. And all that's going to happen right here as we get started with this week's show. Out of the box this week, I have got a new shipment of 45s from Dawn and Neri to talk about. I got a CD to talk about. A lot of great stuff coming in. All of these 45s, of course, purchased at Johnny's Hump Day auction at Cajun Roots Reseller. So go check that out. It's a great show. We'll have lots of fun every week, every Wednesday afternoon, 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, I think that is. And come join us. I have a lot of people bidding against me on 45s, which is why I have fewer than usual. I've also been watching carefully. This sack has very few that I actually have already, and so I decided to take it. In this set, we have Grace Jones, Pull Up to the Bumper, and Breakdown on Island. This was one of her disco hits in the late 70s. Who Done It from Tavares, backed by Fool of the Year. That capital label's hard to see. Forever Mine and Get On Out and Party by the OJs on that awesome Philadelphia International label. Classic up here in Boston, Sweet Caroline and Dig In from Neil Diamond. Cheatin' in the Next Room and Right Arm for Your Love by ZZ Hill. I believe Don said this was R&B. I don't know this. I've never seen that Malico label. Malico has always been a very two-toned label, so that's a 80s label. This one I have, but I love. Love is Like a Rock and Agnes from Donnie Iris. Classic song from Orleans, Still the One and Siam Sam. Way back to 1950s for this. Don has it marked as Space Age Instrumental. An all skate song if you went to the roller rink. Plantation Boogie and The Birth of the Blues by Lenny D. Alice Cooper, classic Teenage Lament 74 and Hard Hearted Alice. Another one I'm not familiar with. I'm not familiar with this label either. Galaxy Records. When You Find a Fool, Bump His Head. And A Woman Rules the World by Bill Code. Not familiar with this one at all. This one I have already. Steve Miller Band, Abracadabra, and Baby Wanna Dance. This is a different pressing because there are 3 different B-sides. I do not have this one with this B-side, so this is new to me. Don't Stop and Can't Get Enough of Your Love from One Way. That's R&B, 80s R&B. Our Love and La Costa from Natalie Cole, late 70s R&B. It's Gonna Take a Miracle and Part of Love from Denise Williams on the Columbia Arc label. Let This Moment Be Forever and Tonight is the Night from Quick on EMI. It says 1982, I think it says on there. Might be 81. I'm not familiar with this band. Dawn also threw in a bonus for me. I had heard her play this during one of her listening parties, which we have occasionally on StreamYard in the afternoons, and where she's trying these out. And I thought, this is goofy, and she was going to sell it to me. I said, yeah, I'll take it. I'll buy it. I want it. It sounds fun. It is an advertisement from the Great American Music Machine, who put it together, for the Dry Cleaning Council of America. Dry clean while you can, or while you care. Dry clean when you care, okay? And the flip side is something called In America. But this is a riot. It's, if you remember those old Look for the Union label songs that used to be on TV for the Garment Workers Union, that's what that reminds me of. Dawn and Mary, thank you for these 45s. I also picked up a brand new CD. I actually pre-ordered it, so it arrived on release day yesterday. I got this, and I got the download, and yes, I've already listened to it. Yes, I already love it. But America, really, we've got to stop this. This is the brand new album from Lucas Graham for the Pink Album. This album, he has not done an album for 4 years or 5 years. Several singles already released off this album, and 7 or 8 brand new songs. One of these songs is only going to be on the first pressing of this. It's going to be deleted from later pressings, which is very cool, called the Pink Album. But did we really need the sleeve? America, get over it. She's got boobs. Come on. Really? We are such a prudish country. We really do not need to do this. It makes us look like idiots to the rest of the world. And I'm so tired of it. I mean, 2 virgins, I could kind of understand. But this is artwork. It is not a picture. It is drawing. It is artwork. There is no need to hide the boobies. Honestly. Could we please grow up and stop being 7-year-olds? I mean, really. Anyway, if you don't know Lucas Graham, I played this new single from this last week, Home Movies. Get them. They are awesome. One of my favorite bands in the world. And that is out of the box this week. Okay, it's black box time again. Just picked this up this morning as I'm doing this. I scored it, but I have not looked in it, as always. I don't know what they have sent me this month. Oh, geez. And then the box tips over. Because I like to do these without knowing what's there, so you get my real reaction, because I don't know what they're going to send me. They know what I like. They have my Discogs lists and stuff, and my instructions on what I would prefer. And they've been doing really well the last few months. So let's grab the first one. And I bend over here and... Ooh, damn. Come on. Oh, good. This damn box. You're pissing me off now. Honestly. It just does not want to stay up. I don't know why. It's being a pain. I don't have this. I've never had this, but I love it. I have a couple of singles from it, and they've sent me some stuff from him already, the greatest hits and such, and it just, there is no outdoing Al Green. I'm still in love with you. Love Al Green. They know that. This is a reissue, obviously, a 50th, oh my gosh, 50th anniversary. Good Lord. I think this came out originally in 1972. I'm not sure, because the copyright's 2009, so if it's 50, that would be 1969, but these songs were later, in the 70s, because I've seen them on the charts that I've done. So anyway, It's Al Green. Al Green is awesome. Just one of the best R&B singers ever. Um, I'm still in love with you. I'm glad you're mine. Love and happiness. What a wonderful thing love is. Simply beautiful. All written by Al, or co-written by him. Also does Oh Pretty Woman and For the Good Times on here. And two more songs he co-wrote. Look What You've Done For Me and One of These Good Old Days. I'm going to enjoy this a lot. Thank you, Black Box. The other one, since it'll fall over if I pull it out, let's see what the other one is. Compilation. Oh, this sounds interesting. Just from looking at the cover. Would you? Damn it! Never had so much trouble with a Black Box cover before. The Best of Eddie Money. Take Me Home Tonight. Compilation contains recently recorded versions of these smash hit songs. In other words, they're re-recordings. That's okay. Eddie Money was a great vocalist. We lost him a couple years ago. Limited edition pink vinyl. Let's take a look at that. I'm sorry this segment is so disjointed because of the box issue. This will be kind of neat. I've never been an overwhelming Eddie Money fan, but there are certain songs he does that I love. And we'll see how these re-recordings stack up. Pink vinyl. Yay. Let's see. Take Me Home Tonight, Baby Hold On, Two Tickets to Paradise, Shaken, Think I'm in Love, Want to Go Back. Walk on Water, Peace on Our Time, Maybe I'm a Fool, Life for the Taking, I'll Get By, Endless Nights. Produced by Eddie Money and Kurt Cuomo. This was out on Cleopatra Records in 2012. Yeah, this has got all of his good stuff on it. So re-recordings or not, it'll probably be very well worth having. Because I do not have a greatest hits collection. I actually don't have 2 or 3 of the singles on here either. Never did get Shaken. Best of Eddie Money, Take Me Home Tonight. Black Box, once again, has done well. Let's see if we have a card or stickers. I hear some clickies. I have a Kiss sticker. That's it. One sticker. Nope, one other one. I'm sorry, that's a great camera shot, isn't it? I know. This box is pissing me off this month. The Police and Kiss, I think that's Peter Criss. Great stickers to add to my sticker collection. And that is Black Box for this month. Thank you very much, Black Box. You did a good job again. spotlight of the week this week is on somebody I've talked about numerous times on this show. Icelandic singer and songwriter by way of Berlin, where he lives now, Dadi Freyr. Dadi is currently, or was currently, on tour in Europe and the States for the better part of the latter half of the summer last year. We missed him when he came to Boston because he went to the Paradise Rock Club, which is just, I do not go in that place. I was there once. I will never set foot in that place again. Neither will Kim. I really wanted to see him, and we're also not doing that stuff because of still COVID-related stuff. But he put one of the concerts, the one from one of his British shows, up in full on his YouTube channel last Friday. And I really want you guys to go check it out. Now, I've been talking about Dadi for over a year now, and I have yet for anybody to tell me what they think of him. I've asked you to listen to him, let me know what you think of him. I really think this gentleman from Iceland is an absolute musical genius. I love the stuff he does. He has a great sense of humor. He has a great writing style. Has a great rapport with the audience here in this show and his two bandmates. And I really, really want to know what you think. So please take an hour of your time. Don't put it on speed, because that would make it sound really weird. Go take an hour and 15 minutes of your time and watch this video, because it's really a great concert from beginning to end. All of his best known songs, an unexpected cover, although I knew it because he did it at another thing he put up about a year ago. A couple of songs in Icelandic for his heritage. And a couple of new songs, and it's really, really fantastic. So please go check out the video. I'll have a link in the show notes to the YouTube video, and I want you to let me know in the comments or by email what you think, and if you think I'm right about this guy, or whether you think I'm all wet. I don't mind being told I'm wrong, because I know I'm not. So there you go. So please check out this awesome concert online from Dadi Freyr, this week's Spotlight of the Week. A quick word of advisement for everybody. Next week, I will be posting a poll, a link to a poll on the community page, and I'll probably also have it on the Kirkham Report page. I know I need to update that site over there, and I've still not been working hard enough on Record Store Rewind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do something similar I did last summer to Obscuria. I want to ask you guys to take the poll. It'll take about 5 minutes, and tell me what you think about this show. None of the rest of them, just the Kirkham Report. What segments you like, what segments you don't like. I'm interested in seeing what you would like to see me talk about on this show. I want to make it the best I can for you, because you guys are taking the time to watch it. I enjoy doing all the different things I do for it. But maybe you don't, and I'd like to know that, and I'd like to know what you really like, too. It'll only take you a few minutes. There'll be a link in the show in the community page, probably Monday or Tuesday of next week, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. And I want to get your opinion on this show and what you'd like to see and how you think I can make it better for you, because you're the audience. I'm here to please you, not just myself, and I want to make it a lot of fun for everybody. So please take the time to take the poll, and it'll be a Survey Monkey poll, and let me know what you think, okay? Thank you. In the Bat Pages this week, while everyone has been talking about the passing of David Crosby, I'm a big fan of his music. I don't really know the man that well. But I have been thinking about the passing of somebody else. For those of you who are not wrestling fans, you will not understand this, just as you didn't understand Don West's tribute a couple weeks ago, I'm sure. But Jamin Pugh, best known as Jay Briscoe, was an amazing wrestler. He and his brother, Mark, started professionally wrestling when they were in their late teens. They had to hide their identities and get all around different kinds of regulations in several states so they could get going early. They were both 16 when they made their professional debut, and over the past 20 plus years, they have become legends in the business, particularly for the Ring of Honor company. We didn't get Ring of Honor here, but they made appearances in other places. Most recently, they have been appearing at Game Changer Wrestling and Black Label Pro, two of the smaller federations that both my wife and I like to watch all the time. This past week, Jay was killed in a car accident. He was 38 years old. It was a head-on collision, and both of his daughters were with him, and they are both in grave condition. They are making progress, positive progress, but it's not going to replace the father that they love so much. Jay got a bad reputation about 10 years ago when he made a couple of homophobic tweets on Twitter. And he's been paying for it ever since, even though he took sensitivity training at the time when the backlash was huge. He understood that he had done something wrong, and he went and became a better person for it, to the point where he was a large supporter of most of the LGBTQ identifying wrestlers that are currently in the biz. There isn't anybody that's had a bad word to say about the man since his passing. Everybody loved him, whether he worked for Ring of Honor, for Game Changer, for the people that did know him who were part of WWE and AEW. And I have to say, shame on Warner Discovery. Their ridiculous rules and their idiotic censorship because of those tweets that were 10 years old. Even though he made restitution, he was forgiven by a lot of people, they still would barely allow a tribute to Jay on AEW Dynamite this week. Shame on you, Warner Brothers, for being so petty and obnoxiously small. It's the same thing you've been doing since you bought that company, and I hope the hell you get out of Warner Brothers sooner rather than later. We will miss Jay Briscoe. He was a one-of-a-kind performer. And yes, as my wife said, with their most recent personas, they were the type of people that you'd cross the street to avoid because they were playing the down-home rednecks. Backstage, he was a true gentleman and someone who truly loved his sport. He will be missed by his friends, his family, and by his huge network of fans around the world. That's going to do it for a relatively short show this week. Just a quick programming note. I have decided to delay the premiere of Label Nova until February 3rd. I actually have been working on a different format that I'd originally planned for it. I could still do it that way, but I have something else in mind, and I'm going to see if it'll work. I'm exploring options for it. If it won't, I'll just do it the way I was intending to do it. But either way, one of those will premiere, hopefully February 3rd, maybe February 10th, if it's still in the back and forth. But I am working on it and having lots of fun doing research on these labels, and lots of interesting stuff I didn't know was out there, so it'll be fun. In the meantime, you got plenty of other stuff to watch. I did misrank this week because of craziness. I didn't have time to finish the list I have been working on, so it'll probably be on this week's show. But in the meantime, you've got the Radio Retro Countdown Sundays at 4, Influencers Tuesdays at 4, Vinyl Recall Wednesdays at 4, Rank This Thursdays at 4. Label Nova will be on Fridays at 4 every other Friday, and the Kirkham Report Saturdays at 4. Plus, every other week on Mondays at 6 p.m. live, TC and Dawn from Two Hip Chicks and Finding Your Music Mojo. The next show will be here a week from Monday, so please check it out. Got some other stuff in the pipeline I'm working on, and we'll continue to do things. I am slowly but surely getting used to the new computer, new setup. I'm getting all my software moved in. It's been a pain because I use Filmora 12 now. I upgraded to 12, and I'm still not used to the interface. I'm used to using Filmora 10 or Filmora 11, and it has a new interface and some new features, and some of the stuff I used went bye-bye. So I'm trying to load them from my OneDrive, but it's been a challenge. I am getting the hang of it, and so things will get back to normal on the computer end, at least in the near future. In any case, I thank you for watching. I really appreciate it when you do. I had a huge number of listeners last week. I think that came from Beyond the Discover the Music last week because of a certain performer that I'd mentioned it to, a fan base there. But I appreciate them stopping by, and I hope they'll continue to come by. And of course, that's one of the features that I'm going to be asking you about in the poll next week. So please take a look. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And if you have, thank you. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to leave a comment. I don't know what I'm doing without your input, and your comments are the best way to do it. And don't forget, I also have a daily show, TC's Obscuria Vaults, every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and I hope you enjoy those too. For the Kirkham Report, I'm TC Kirkham. We'll see you soon. Ciao, baby.